Yo, what's going on, everybody? So I'm back and I'm giving you guys the 90,000 subscriber Q&A. And yo, I gotta say from the bottom of my heart, man, I'm so very thankful and flattered to have grown to 90,000 subscribers as of this month. Like, that is absolutely nuts to think that 90,000 people, actually 92,300 people, have joined our corner of YouTube in just over a year. Like, it was a year, I believe, September 7th. So the fact that we've grown this far in a year's time is so humbling. It's so extremely humbling. I'm recording this video on September 24th. So chances are you guys aren't seeing this to closer to October. But you know, I gotta say, man, I gotta say before I get into the Q&A, you know, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the number of shares. You know, you guys have been sharing the videos more than usual, and that really helps the channel grow. So I appreciate the love there. You know, I gotta say before I get into the just the questions on this Q&A, you know, I love reading the comments. I don't reply to every comment, but I sincerely love reading every single comment because you guys give me a lot of great feedback. You guys always have great suggestions for videos, and it's really awesome just to see the pulse of the community. You know, I know I'm not the biggest Naruto channel out there. There are channels that got hundreds of thousands of subscribers who cover Naruto. So I mean, I totally understand it, but you know, just being able to read as many comments as I do to get feedback on the episodes, on the chapters, just different things going on with the lore, it's so awesome that, you know, we've built this community up to this point. So without any further ado, we're gonna get into this Q&A. Man, I was gonna make another announcement. I'm gonna say that for the 100,000 subscriber Q&A. So I asked you guys a week ago, I said, drop your questions for the 90,000 subscriber Q&A. No topic is off limits. Please try to only ask one question so everyone gets a chance to have their question answered. Thank you again for 90,000 subscribers. And so what I'm doing on this one is I'm just answering the comments, and I have them in the way that it is sorted by the top comments. And so in a future Q&A, and I won't say which one just so I can keep you guys on your toes, but in future Q&A I'll actually do it in the order that the questions are asked. So it really behooves you to get in and ask your question really early, because the sooner you can get in there, the more thumbs up you might get. Or if I do a Q&A where it's based on the order that asked, you'll get your question answered sooner. So without any further ado, let's go with Nathaniel Espinoza. He says, if Sasuke kills Uchiha, will he get karma like Boruto? You know, I talked about that a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I left that part out. Because I thought that it would kind of be obvious. But yeah, I mean, essentially, if Sasuke did kill Uchiha, if that did happen, then yes, Sasuke would get the karma seal. But there are also exceptions, and I'll give you guys a perfect example of what one such exception could be. Okay, so if you look at Naruto and Sasuke, technically when they sealed Kaguya, they actually killed her because the sealing jutsu that they trapped her in drains her chakra to absolute zero. It drains her to absolute zero. In the Naruto world, when you hear these characters say, oh, I've run out of chakra, they don't really run out of chakra until it's something that happens like Kakashi in the Pain arc, where he literally uses the last of his chakra to save Choji and then he dies. In the Naruto universe, they said it multiple times. Once your chakra levels hit absolute zero, that's it. You're dead. You're dead. That sealing jutsu that Kaguya is trapped in drains her chakra to absolute zero. So technically, if we want to be technical, Naruto and Sasuke should have gotten a karma for killing Kaguya, but obviously Masashi Kishimoto didn't introduce the whole idea of karma until like 2017, if I'm not mistaken, when the versus Momoshiki arc wrapped up in the manga. So I mean, this is one of those things where retroactive continuity, if they wanted to explain why Naruto and Sasuke didn't get it, they could. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, Sasuke would get karma if that happened. Okay, so Xavier Hidalgo asks, 3 Naruto characters you would smash. Okay, shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. So I've already done a tier list that actually came out last week, if I'm not mistaken. I did a tier list where I ranked every single Naruto female, and I did it purely based on the level of attractiveness, as in which character would I smash, basically. And I have different tiers, and I would say this, okay, and I said in the video, and the amount of like comments I've gotten and private messages, as well as some backlash from a few people. You know, I've actually lost subscribers because of that video. But I would say this. That video is completely uncensored. Like, all of my videos are me on a PG-13 level. That's me with a very hard PG-13, pushing for an R rating, and with the number of F-bombs I accidentally dropped, that might actually be an R-rated video. So I mean, if you're under 13, you probably don't need to watch that one. So with that being said, 3 characters I would smash. I'm not gonna go into detail. I'll just tell you 3 I would smash. But I would highly recommend checking out that Naruto waifu tier list. That's one of the videos I have the most fun doing. So I definitely smash Hanabi. I would smash Tamari. I wouldn't cream pot Tamari, but I would smash her. And I would definitely smash Kushina Uzumaki. So that would be my 3. That would be my 3. So Asian P asks, what was the jutsu Hashirama gave Sasuke that would react to Senjutsu chakra and bind him, as Hashirama stated? And do you think Sasuke still has? Why do you suppose he never used it then or on Naruto? Instant win type scenario. Nobody's ever answered this question, covered this topic. So if you cover it, a shout out would be hella cool. Well, dog, Asian P, you definitely got your shout out. You know what, man? I'm not even gonna try and pull a theory out my ass on this one. I'm not even gonna try and pull my theory out. I don't know what Hashirama was going to give Sasuke. Like, I legit don't know what Hashirama was going to give Sasuke to try and use on Madara. Like, that was a huge topic of debate back in 2014 when all this was going on. Like, we were all like, what the hell did Hashirama give him? It was either 2014 or 13. Once it's end of 2013, early 2014, because the Naruto manga ended in fall of 2014. So it's around that time. But man, I would say, if I had to guess, I mean, it might have been some type of seal, but I mean, I don't know, dude. Like I said, I don't want to lie to you. It's always been my mission on this channel to not mislead people. Like, if I make a video, I give you guys the sources, I tell you what I think, I give you the information, I'll let you guys draw your own conclusions. I don't want to be one of these channels that misleads and clickbaits you. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I wish I had an answer, but I don't. So Sifoso M. Mijobi, if I butchered your name, totally sorry on that one. He says, do you think that if Naruto dies, Sasuke will get another major boost? Maybe his visual prowess will upgrade, or maybe his chakra. By the way, love your channel. Dog, I love you. You get a heart. Oh man, that's like so damn petty. It's like, wait a second, you read like 4 questions and didn't give nobody a heart. This guy says you love his channel, he loves your channel, and you give him a heart. I wouldn't even think about hearts at that point. I was just so excited to do the damn Q&A. All right, man. Let me go back to the question. Let's see. And everybody after this, I'm gonna give a heart if I really love your question. Oh man, okay. So he says, if Naruto dies, will Sasuke get a power up? You know what, man? Like, with the way the Uchiha clan is, like, it seems like the Uchiha clan eyes just continue to fucking evolve. Like, they get, like, the eyes of the Uchiha clan are like the Super Saiyan transformation in Dragon Ball. Like, everyone got that damn transformation, and everyone got like a different form. It's like, I'm not even bullshitting at this point. I want to say it's like 11 versions to Super Saiyan when you include the different grades, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So if Naruto died, probably. Like, I hate saying it, but this is a shonen, is a battle shonen. Power-ups happen. Like, I didn't think Luffy was gonna go past Gear 3. As soon as I got to Dressrosa in 2017, I said, oh snap, Luffy has Gear 4. So I mean, like, I would say it's likely. Alright, so the awesome Yo-Yo Green Bro says, if Guy were to die, would he be able to use the 8th gate? What if he were brought back to life in reanimated form? Ooh, yo. You know what, man? It's like we're on a similar wavelength. Because when, I want to say it was either Naruto forums or it was on Naruto base. Like, I remember when those chapters were coming out and we got the revelation that Might die, Guy's father, had the 8th gate, and the 8th gate was able to boost his power from being a joke of a ninja to being able to raffle stomp most of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. And so basically, like, that 100 times increase that he got was able to amp his base up to that form. And because Guy's so powerful, and we saw his 100 times increase was able to do to fight Madara. I always wondered, well, you got all these legendary ninja, why didn't they have Might Dai brought back? Because if he was brought back as an Edo Tensei and open up the 8th gate, he would be wrecking the Shinobi Alliance. So yeah, I see no reason why if you open up the 8th gate as an Edo Tensei that it wouldn't allow you to fight for a prolonged period. Maybe you have a situation where you can only use it sparingly, like you use it and then after however long the 8th gate is open, your body disintegrates, and then as an Edo Tensei, you're brought back, and then you just reactivate all over again. I think it will be something like that. But I mean, the reanimated 8th gate is wasted potential much in the same way that Deidara was wasted potential in the manga. Like, Deidara in the war arc should have been suicide bombing the Alliance. Like, being an Edo Tensei was perfectly made for him. If Tobirama was controlling him, he'd be suicide bombing the hell out the Alliance. So yeah, I definitely think that's possible. So Travion Henderson says, what if Sakura had Lee's baby as well? Ooh, or instead, ooh. You know what, man? I'm gonna apologize to my dude Joe the Animator first. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Joe's channel. Amazing sprite animations as far as for what he does. If you see my videos where I have sprite animation, that's the guy that makes them. But I gotta say this, if Sakura had a baby with Lee, can you imagine that forehead and those eyebrows? Ooh, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna sound like a dick. I really am. So yeah, like I gotta cut the swearing out, man, because like, you know, YouTube is gonna frown on this video. So essentially, man, like you have some people, they should not be allowed to procreate with each other. Sakura and Rock Lee, nah, we gotta make an executive order. That shit can't happen. Oh man, I'm sorry for any Sakura and Lee shippers out there, man. I'm sorry for that one. All right, man. So let's see. Breaking Reality asks, if you had to end Boruto, how would you do it? Damn, that's a good question. That's a good question. You know what, man? Like, because we don't know everything, you know, I feel like they're still setting up to approach the midway point. I don't think we're at the midway point yet, but because they're setting up, trying to get to the midway point in the next couple of years, whew. If I had to end Boruto, I would say end it with the war arc, but make sure the war arc is actually done properly. So I want the Otutsuki king to invade the planet. I want a full-blown Otutsuki army invading the planet. I want to see Otutsuki clan members with varying levels of power so we can dispel this notion that, you're from the Otutsuki clan, therefore you must be a god tier fighter. Newsflash, not everybody's going to be a god tier fighter. Naruto and Sasuke are ninja. Does that mean all ninja are going to be god tier fighters? No, there's going to be varying degrees. So I would say I would like to see something like that. I would also like to see science and technology, particularly with a character like Denki working with Orochimaru and Katasuke, coming up with some type of defense to protect the villages while this war is taking place. Like, I would like to see something like that. Like, I want a surprise invasion by the Otutsuki clan. I want real stakes, and if you have to kill a character like Sasuke off and you're doing it in the final arc, I want Sasuke to go out like an absolute G. I want Sasuke fighting side by side with Rock Lee, staring down like 2,000 Otutsuki clan members, and you just see Sasuke cut loose. Perfect Susanoo, swinging that sword all over the place. I want to see Rock Lee going into the 8th gate. I want to see Rock Lee just make his own jutsu like the Midnight Dragon. I want to see just some outrageous Last Stand Sparta type stuff, and I want that to set the stage for the final battle with Naruto fighting to avenge Sasuke, protect this village, and you have Boruto there, and Boruto's Jogan play a huge role in bringing down the Otutsuki clan. And I would personally like to see Naruto get the finishing blow. I don't think Boruto's a character that needs to get it unless they explain how powerful he got and actually make it feel earned. Like, I would like to see something like that. But I mean, that's just me. I'm a sucker for, you know, movies like 300, man. So that's what I would like to see. But I mean, this is a shonen. It's probably not going to happen like that. You know, the way that let me quit. I'm not going to throw shade. I'm not going to throw shade at the series. So you're bad at the game. He says, when Sarada unlocks the Mangekyou Sharingan and starts to go blind, do you think they'll kill Sasuke off just to give her his eyes? Or will they use another pair hair like Shin or Madara's. Okay, Madara's eyes, I mean, it depends on how you read the final chapters. In volume 71, if I'm not mistaken, it should be volume 71. You know, the way I always interpreted it is, you know, Madara's body was, you know, dying and etc. And when he finally passed away, you know, you get this panel where like there's a tree. I always thought, since he had the Hashirama cells and because he had some of that sage chakra, that when he passed away, his body just became the tree. So I don't think Madara's eyes are there for the taking. As far as for taking Shin Uchiha's eyes, I mean, that's possible, but it's one of those things where, you know, it depends on how you interpret it, what we got between volumes, I believe 42 and 43. Volume 43 is where Sasuke beats Itachi and learns the truth about the Uchiha clan, so it should be around volume 42 if I'm not mistaken. Depends on how you interpret the information you got there. You know, I always thought that, you know, it needed to be a close relative or someone closely aligned in the clan, but I mean, those Shins are genetically enhanced. I mean, it's possible you can use their eyes. You know, again, depends on how you interpret the manga, not the anime. But you know, when Sasuke's breaking out of that lab, you know, that Obito has, I mean, we don't actually see him destroy the lab. We see, you know, rocks and everything fall over, but I mean, there's probably a chance that there's some Sharingan there. I could see a scenario like that happening. I mean, it kind of just depends. I mean, I think that that's probably going to happen. More than likely, they're going to come up with something like her learning the Byakugo seal and that being able to repair the eye damage. I would hate that if that happened. Okay, so Jiko Hyoka asks, what do you think happened to the Tail of Beasts after the 4th Great Ninja War, excluding the 9 tails, the 8 tails, and the 1 tails? And where do you think they are now? Okay, so because of what's happened in the latest Boruto arc, and because they're talking about the 5 Kage being alerted, I would think that the Tail Beasts went back to the area that they were originally in. So whatever villages they were basically calling home when they had Jinchurikis, I would think that they're probably in those areas or somewhere nearby. The only other thing I would definitely say is, I mean, you know, in the Naruto manga, you know, when Hagoromo is telling Kurama, like, I want you to seal the other half of yourself inside of Naruto, because that way all the Tail Beasts can basically use Naruto as a checkpoint where you guys can communicate and talk to each other. You know, they all talked about going back and doing their own thing, and so it was explained to us that they would just go back to their native areas and wherever in the Naruto verse they're in. So I mean, I think that's what happened. I like that the anime did touch on that. So Dr. Combe asks, what would be the role of Kabuto in the Boruto series? Am I the only one who wants a Kakashi versus Kabuto fight that we never got? No. I definitely would like to see them fight. It ain't gonna happen. I thought it would be something that would happen during the war arc. That was one of those theories I definitely got wrong. But I would have loved to have seen Kakashi versus Kabuto in the war arc. I thought that would have been really awesome to see, even with the Sage mode. I know Kabuto probably wins, but it still would have been cool to see. The role of Kabuto in the Boruto series. You know, I stick with it, man. Like, one of the first videos I made on this channel, I said that I wanted to see Kabuto train Mitsuki. Like, I would like to see Kabuto teach him more about Sage mode, about Sage transformation. I would like to see Kabuto teaching him medical ninjutsu. I think it'd be really cool to have Mitsuki be the lead medic on the team and not Sarada, and especially with how he is in the manga, the fact that he's taking a backseat in the manga, this could be a great way to make him relevant again. So I would like to see that be Kabuto's role in the series. I'm gonna say thank you so much for 90,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna say once again, I'm gonna be breaking this up into 2, maybe 3 Q&As that way, or maybe even more than that, just so we can have these on a more regular basis. But thank you for 90,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys for 100,000, and I really hope we can reach 100,000 before the end of October. I have a very special heartfelt video planned on top of a Q&A, so I can't wait to do that video with you guys. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.